Vinney Smile Chopra, a man who took $7 to a portfolio of over $250 million in apartment investing. He mentors and coaches to make apartment syndication easy. Each week, he will share his expertise, tricks, trades, and golden nuggets how to master the art of syndication to bring cash flow streams to your business, to change your life for the better. Here is Mr. Smiles.
Syndication Made Easy with Vinney Chopra. I'm your co-host, Alicia Debrell. Make sure you guys like, comment, and share, because this is information that you need to know, especially if you're thinking of getting into the syndication business. But first, I want to say hello to Vinney. Hi, Vinney. How are you doing today?
Hi, Alicia. How are you? Boy, I'm excited. Like every day, I'm very excited, but I just got back from a 10-day trip to Florida.
Yeah.
The Business Convention Conference, the NHMC, National Multifamily Convention. It was so great to see great people over there. Hi there, guys. It was so great to be with a lot of you. And
who were you with?
Oh my gosh, I was with Dan Hanford, with Yona, with Bilham, with Dylan, my buddy, with John and Joshua and other Dylan, and oh my gosh, I mean, I am missing a lot of people. And then, of course, all on the way. No, there are a lot of people over there more. But then I stopped in Houston, had 42 people. I gave presentation to 42 investors. And yesterday, I was with some billionaires Billionaires.
I want to be in that. I want to be
I know.
in that one.
And they showed me some have owned hotels and, hospitals there in the, in that area in Houston. And they showed me the land of 100 acres they want to develop. And so it got me so much excited.
I can see that. And I know who you are. If you see something that's going to be amazing in the future, like you are always going at it, always just taking the opportunities that you have and leveraging them to make yourself more money.
The thing is, if I may interrupt, I am so fired up in the last month and a half. I've been working on it for about 6 months about senior living. And there is a big silver tsunami coming.
Silver tsunami, I love it.
silver tsunami, not in the rain and all that weather-wise, but it's the silver tsunami that's going to take this country into trillions of dollars with a T, expenditures and livings and dwellings. So I have opened a new company, Monil Senior Living, as you all know, and also Monil Hospitality with the hotel we purchased in McAllen, Texas. We are looking at one in Chicago, one in Florida. But then senior living is going to be a big thing. We'll talk
I'm in it to help you run your property in Chicago because
there we go. Hey, look at that. Yeah.
That's where I'm from. But no, I love today's subject is it's something that just needs to be talked about because let's just say, let's put this on me. So if I am looking in the multifamily business, I have no money, I have no sphere of influence. I don't really, you know what I mean? So our subject today is buying your first property without any money. Okay. So first I want to know, how did you do your first property?
Good point. Very good point. I have to go about 14 years back, and that's okay. I love that because a lot of people, my students also in my academy, and when I ask a lot of questions out when I travel, book signing and things like that, they ask me, Vinney, I don't have too much or I have so little. And should I give? Oh, thank you. I know the book. I hope everybody loves the book.
If you want to know how to get it done, this is the book for you.
Reviews, guys. 126 or 30 reviews, but we want to reach to 200. But also Spanish version is coming.
That is. We're in the middle of formatting and book covers, and we're pretty much going to launch that. So that'll be amazing.
That's going to be put, and maybe we might even do oration, in Spanish also. Maybe Annette might like to even read it. And she's going to be put there from Miami, who has really done the publishing and the proofreading and everything. I'm going to add her in there with Alicia and with John's name in my dedication. So we'll do that. But the big thing is, I am really, let's go back to first property.
Yes. How did you buy it? Like, I kind of know the story, but I want you to explain it to the audience.
I would love to. See, the thing is, you got to learn first how to find the property. Okay. And you got to learn also what to say to the broker. I mean, they will tear you down. They won't give you anything. I'm telling you, unless you know the lingo. You got to learn the lingo, the terminology. You got to build your confidence. You got to, have a credibility kit, I call it. Credibility in your voice, in your mind, and also to make sure that you have the burning desire to buy that first property, guys. If you're just humming and hawing and tiptoeing, you're not going to be successful. Listen to me. You will not be. Lots of people, 96% of the people who are paying $40,000, $50,000 are not successful. Why? That's the reason. Because maybe only 10% or 15% might make some money in real estate. The thing is, you got to have that mindset and really work hard. Anyway, let's go back now.
Let's go back to the question, because I really want to know what you did to buy your first property. Like, I know that you had some reservations when you bought your first property.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Stuff like that. And that's
the crash, we didn't have much money. My partner and I, we started learning about this business. I mean, we started the process and, we started talking to brokers. They gave us so much hard time. I mean, they won't return our calls. So expect that, but you got to say, okay, how can I reach that broker?
Because you got to prove your worth, right?
Exactly.
Because
the problem was that I was, listening to these coaches and they were telling me to go big. No, you got to go small first. Like I'm telling my, students, you got to go small, do that 10 unit or 14 unit. My first one was 14 units, right? So 14 unit is a good number, or 12 unit or even 8 unit, but you got to take that step.
Yeah.
The key thing is you got to first find the area you're going to buy in. See?
And that's the emerging markets, right? And then
right, exactly.
And we have a podcast on that, so you guys should check that out.
Please check it out, guys. I've been speaking for the last 3 years. All these things are there. Gold nuggets are there. But the big thing is you got to make up your mind. Is it in your backyard? Or is it a little far away? Is it in a place where you have a relative or brother or sister that you go to have vacation, or they could drive by, take pictures of the property? Things like that, you got to accentuate. You got to really start thinking all different ways how you can get these things done at zero cost or less cost, because you don't want to spend too much money, then find out I didn't get the property or I can't qualify and this and that, right?
So on your first property, did you use your own money?
Yeah, we did. See,
so do you recommend that going?
180,000 total price of this. I think it was, they wanted to charge us 200 something. We brought down negotiation. So negotiation is big. You got to make sure you never pay
do a podcast on that one.
You never pay the full price, guys. The seller and the broker have already bumped it up because they know the buyer is going to offer low. So they will never give you at 160 if they want to get 180. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's start at 2, come to 180.
Yeah.
Do it that way. But now, so do you recommend, though, like these people who are just starting out in the business, do you recommend them using their own money, or do you recommend learning from your mistakes?
Okay, good point.
If there are mistakes.
Good point. I mean, if people who are listening to me today, if you have some savings, that's good. But it's also good to have another partner. See, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have some partner. You got to have that one extra person with you to motivate you. You motivate them. You're working together. You're going through the ups and downs of, business together. You're putting half and half to buy the property and things like that. You got to really share the risk also together, gain together. It's just that it's a team sport, I call it. It's not solo game. I mean, single family home, you could buy single family, make a decision, and we bought so many of them, my wife and I. But when you get into multifamily, you got to get a partner together. You will scale up much faster. I'm telling you, if you're even on the edge, you got to do that.
So how does somebody who's new to the business, I mean, okay, so you're saying meaning multiple partners. I'm sure that each partner would two.
I mean, the thing is, the worst thing I did and my mistakes were because I got 6 people on the team. Holy cow, we have nothing to go, nowhere to go. We're trying to learn the business. And that's what a lot of people are doing in this country right now. We are in 2020. And a lot of these, promoters and syndicators and all that, they're getting 6 people. They're making 2% per person, 4% per person. So minuscule that they're going to turn their life around. No, they will not, because they're going to be crushed in 5 years of work, making so few less dollars. That's not how the job should be done. It's a career. You got to only have 2 people. That's it. Maybe 3 at the maximum, but you got to go big. You got to get 70 units, 100 units, 150 units.
In order for everybody to make enough money to make it worthwhile. But so when you did your first property, how did you raise? Well, you used your own capital. So let's talk about your second and third property then.
Okay, no. Let's do the first one. Okay. See, the thing is, even the first one, 180,000 was the total thing.
It's not much money.
I talked to the local bank. See, you got to start now. Don't go to other people. Nobody is going to talk to you to give you such a small loan. But the local bank, that's the golden nugget number 2. You got to go to the local bank and put on a good suit and tie or whatever and go there. First impression is the big impression. Talk to the commercial loan manager, or VP. Sometimes they have vice president. They have thousands of VPs, like that. But the thing is, you got to sit down and say, hey, I'm purchasing these 14 units or 12 units or 8 or whatever. And it's a commercial. Commercial is over 5 units. 4plex is a residential, 1 double duplex, triplex, and 4plex is the residential. 5plex and above, it's commercial. So, if you're buying 8 units, let's just assume that. Go talk to the local bank. They would love to give you a loan. I'm telling you. You may say, okay, I have no net worth. I'm zero. I have no money in the bank. Then find a partner who has some money. Don't get 2 of the same people. You have no money and somebody else has no money. Yeah. You're not going to go.
They're getting nowhere. No,
you don't go nowhere. You stand still for many years. I mean, you got to take action and say, okay, I'm going to get moving and I'm going to do the work, but I'm going to have this partner who will pay $50,000 or something like that. That's what happened in our case. We had $25,000 from one person and $25,000 from another person. So 50,000 down, we put down, and I qualified for the loan. Fortunately, at that time, it was a small loan, right? 180 minus 50. So $130,000 loan, at 5% or 6%, this is way back, right? But the president liked me. The president of that local bank, he liked me. He says, Vinney, I see where you're coming from. You have never purchased a property, but I know you're coming all the way from California. I was in Texas, right? And he says, I'll give you the loan. And he was so nice, and he gave us the loan. And we still, wait a minute. We sold this property a few years back, but, he kept up with that loan for 9 years or something like that, And then I bought a duplex. My gosh, I called him on Saturday. I got a great duplex, which still makes us a lot of money. I think $2,700 are the rents, and my payment is $648. $600.
Nice.
That's pretty good cash flow.
Yeah, it is.
It is awesome. And then, I called the same president. He gave me his cell number. I called him. I have no inhibition to call anybody. I mean, all they can say is no. That's all. If I'm nice to them.
That's the worst case scenario.
and everything. So I called him up and he approved the loan for my duplex on Saturday while he was in his gardening, He said, Mr. Chopra, no problem at all. We'll take care of it, Then I went on Monday and took care of the loan. But the thing is, let's just go back to local bank, get that loan. And if you even have somebody who's got cash, okay, that's the other way. If you find in your circle of friends and relatives, a lot of people have a lot of money, guys. You got to keep that in mind. Yeah. That's why I'm able to do what I'm able to do, millions of dollars. Of raising 10 million, where I needed 25,000 12 years back, I can raise millions now. And you will too. But you got to have your mind right. You got to believe in your capabilities. You got to believe in your strengths. You got to believe in who you are. And you got to really make sure that you are totally psyched up in your mind to put forth the effort. I mean, a lot of my students are doing this W-2 job and they just show up on mastermind, Wednesday, today's mastermind. And guess what? I mean, they're not moving the needle. Why? Because they are not.
The mindset's not right.
I'm telling you, something is wrong.
We're going to do another podcast on mindset because I think
my gosh,
such a good idea. And that's for guys, if you're listening, even following us, we have a motivational power talk with Mr. Chopra each week. So definitely tune in because I'm going to drill down on Mr. Smiles here on mindset because mindset is key. But Vinney, I want to ask you.
Mindset is just kind of blowing me away this morning.
It is. It's going to be a great podcast. That's going to be
here last night in San Francisco by 10, 11, went to bed at 12 or whatever, got up at 5, and I had so much going on. And I'm so fired up because I'm working on the senior living project, $500 million. $500 million with a B, guys. And I'll be all over USA and everything. It's going to be in Dallas. It's going to be all over the place. And the thing is, it's all mindset. That's why I'm saying, not to brag about me, at the age of 67, I'll be 68 in August, but it is ridiculous.
August what?
Huh?
August what?
August 27th. August 27th.
That's why we get along. I'm August 14th.
Virgos. That's right. And, it's going to be amazing because so many 10,000 baby boomers are turning 65 every day in this country. And around the world, we'll have 2 billion people, 2 billion with a B. 2 billion out of 10 billion in the next 20 years will be senior citizens, will be over 65. So it's a big tsunami, like I said, starting out. It's a coming here, but we got to be ready for that. They need shelter. They need to live in smaller apartments, units, run very nicely, senior livings, all that. That's my passion right now. I am going to be, next 10 years, it's going to be tremendous effort to not only give great returns to the seniors, but also to build these A-class luxury livings for them.
And I think that's needed. When I lived in Vegas, there was a subdivision that was like the A-class right off of Seven Hills. And I don't know if you know Las Vegas at all, but I forget the name of the place, but it was, that high end, because there's people out there who are retiring at this point, but they still want the comforts and the luxuries that they're used to, but don't need the big house because the kids have graduated and whatnot. Right. But I would love to bring this interview right back to what we were talking about.
Yes, please.
About your first deal. So give me 1 or 2 lessons that you learned from your first deal that other people can take and leverage that and not make the same mistakes that you did.
Perfect. See, it took me 11 months. Everybody knows it in the media. I've been saying that for many, many years. It took me 11 months to get my first deal. A lot of people are telling me, Vinney, I need it tomorrow. I mean, things happen.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification. Oh, I can't put more effort. Okay, then don't do it. Don't do it. Get out of the system. Don't just waste time, your coach's time, your mentor's time. Just get out of the sideways. Just stay where you are and you're happy with that. Just stay there, But if you're learning the tricks, you apply them. and put them to a next level. So that's the number one thing. Have the mindset. Make sure that you're partnering with somebody. It's a team effort. You cannot do it yourself. Secondly, find somebody who's got a little bit more money than you. Always look for that.
Right.
Even in my partner didn't have much. I had more than, but then my wife and I, we didn't want to put a lot of our money into the deal. We would be failure or whatever, but we have a big success now, right? My wife and I, and we have grown so much in the last 5 years, our new company and everything, right? But the thing is, secondly, give time, have patience. Rome was not built in a day. It was never built in a day. Nobody can build a Taj Mahal tonight.
Yeah.
But you got to keep the focus every day. You cannot be up one day, down next day. Then you are canceling each other. You got to be up every single day. Whether you're doing W-2, whether you're sitting down, whatever you're doing, you got to make sure that you get the local bank involved. First of all, wherever you're purchasing it, go talk to them, talk to the brokers, and then get the money, right? And it's not that hard, guys. There's so much money flowing all over around us. I mean, billions of dollars, 27 trillion, 27 with a T, trillion dollars in retirement funds. I mean, you would be doing a favor to a senior if you find in your community who's got some money, old lady or old man, who is getting 2% interest or 1% or money's under their pillow. See, you got to have that and tell them this is what you are, who you are, and this is what you are trying to buy, and we will be able to give you this percentage, right? So that's where I would say first apartment is the hardest one. Definitely, yeah. I understand that. But you got to get that first done. Second is so easy. Third is so easy, We don't even want to talk about syndication. No syndication. Actually, I should write a book. Syndication is not made easy.
Right? I know.
I mean, I should write a book. Apartment syndication not made easy or something.
That actually would be a great book, like especially because you can talk about
exactly.
the lessons in life.
Exactly. And then, the other part is teach people how to invest passively. That's the other way, because if you're teaching people how to invest passively, you'll stumble into money. I'm telling you, you'll stumble into money just by the nature of giving them the education, how to look into deals, how to do all that, how to get the, look at a sponsor's track record, how to see who the principals are, who are on the loan, how many cooks in the kitchen, I call it. Because if there are 7, 8 cooks in the kitchen, that kitchen is going to burn out. It's going to burn up, blow up, and money will be lost.
So your 2 top recommendations for somebody who's just starting out are being able to know where a deal is and know how to make money, and then trying to get more investors in. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, investors, even one partner who's got money, that way you can deal with that, and there are a lot of people who have the money. See, it's all in the mindset. We cannot just sit in the desk and think people are going to walk in and give me money.
Why not?
Say, hey, we are in commercial investing business and I look for partners. You got to say partners. Yeah. Don't say investors. I'm not looking for investors.
I'm looking for partners.
For your money. I'm looking for a partner who can partner with me in cash flow and the equity.
Love it. Love it. So, me, I always like to ask for your little tidbit of advice. If somebody is like maybe one of your students or somebody who's listening to this podcast, and if you guys are listening to the podcast, please like, share, and comment.
Yes. Hey, guys, we need you. We need you because this podcast will be only strong if we rise up in the iTunes.
We can help you.
We're trying to get the biggest and the best, other anchors in the industry because, as you know, I don't have time, to be truthful. And we only do like one guest a month at the most. So we'll do the very best. And I want to concentrate only in multifamily. We'll bring some professional taxation and this and appraise all that. But, let's just like us, share with people, and subscribe to us.
Definitely. So, Vinney, what is your nugget of advice if I'm new to the business and I want to close my first deal? What is your nugget of advice for me?
I would say, I hope you're motivated. I hope you're moving the needle every day. Massive action every day is my number one advice to anybody listening. Whatever you want to do in life, you got to be totally passionate about it. Why I'm stumbling into billions of dollars in senior living now, guys, is because it was in my mind. When you believe and you think and you have confidence and people happen. Law of attraction, I believe in that so much.
I love that too.
Know these partners of mine 4 months back. Nobody knew. I didn't know where they're going to come. But now they have come in my life. And we're going to do billions of dollars in senior living, guys.
Love it.
Billions, not millions, billions. So I'm telling you, it's all in the mind. What you conceive in your mind, you achieve. Believe in it. Believe in your strength, believe in your education, believe in your, excitement. You've got to be enthusiastic. You cannot just go out there and be so passive and not really know what you're talking about. And, and you may like this or that, then go home. I mean, you got to be passionate about what you're doing. After listening to me, I hope if you're not passionate, you need to leave the field.
I love it. Love it. All right, guys, you just got your weekly syndication made easy from Mr. Chopra. Vinney, I appreciate your time. I love your information, love your energy. It's always great. And guys, seriously, like, comment, share, and press that subscribe button so you can get the free information that we bring to you every single week. Mr. Smiles is extremely experienced in his business, and he is the go-to guy. And I'm not just saying that because I work with him, but he's given you all the information you need to close your first deal, to move to the second deal. If you listen and subscribe and share, you will get everything you need to do to get into the syndication business and multifamily business. Mr. Smiles, I definitely appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
I know you're busy.
See you next week. Thank you.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Be sure to listen to Mr. Smiles next week with more golden nuggets and top-notch coaching tips. You can reach him by going to VinneyChopra.com or texting the word syndication to 474747. Be sure to like, comment, and share to show everyone how Mr. Smiles has brought your apartment syndication business to the next level.